Hey everyone, Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the Scorpion Catcher quest. Now, for this quest you need the following requirements. So you must have level 31 prayer in order to complete the quest, and you also must have completed the Barcrawl mini quest, which is what you complete at the Barbarian Outpost. Now, if you haven't completed this mini quest and you want a guide on how to do so, because it's a bit of a pain kind of getting it done, I have a guide which can be found in the description below, and that way you can finish the mini quest in about sort of 10 minutes following that guide, so it shouldn't sort of put you behind too much when doing this one. Obviously that's in the description below. If you have completed it, all well and good. But that's it for the requirements. As for the items needed, the only item you need is the Dusty Key, which you can access during the quest, and I'll show you how to. However, if you have level 70 agility, you won't need the Dusty Key, which will make a little bit more sense further on. But anyways, that's it for the requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Sears Village Lodestone, which you can access via the Lodestone network. If you don't have this one unlocked and wish to unlock the other ones, I have a guide in the description below, which is very handy to use, as having full access to the Lodestone network makes completing quests much more easier. But from here, we're going to head to the Sorcerer's Tower, which is located south of Sears Village. So if you keep heading in the direction I am heading, you'll eventually reach there. And once you arrive at the Sorcerer's Tower, you want to go right to the very top floor and speak to Formac to start the quest. So, speaking to Formac, he'll tell you that his special scorpions have escaped or are on the loose, and he'll ask you to assist him in capturing them, and he'll give you a scorpion cage, and he also suggests you go speak to a seer to help locate them. So what we want to do is head back to Sears Village, so the quickest way is using the Lodestone again. And then once you arrive, you want to go into the house just nearby and speak to any seer, and they will talk in riddles, but eventually will give you hints to the places that they can be located. And the first hint you'll get is they are in a dark place between the lake and the Holy Island, which is Taverley Dungeon. So we're going to head to the Taverley Dungeon now. So if you teleport to Taverley Lodestone using the Lodestone network, and then you want to head sort of south from there in order to gain access to the dungeon. Okay, so now we're in the dungeon. The area we need to go to is quite a bit of a long-winded way around. Now, if you have 70 agility, like I mentioned at the beginning of the quest, you can use this agility shortcut pipe just here to be able to cut out most of the journey and also the need of the Dusty Key. However, most of you won't have that, and you will need to find out where to get the Dusty Key, etc. So I'll tell you where to go. So first off, you want to head all the way around this dungeon. Literally just watch where I go, and you pass quite a few monsters, and you want to keep heading round until you get to the area with the Chaos Dwarfs, and I'll speak to you again in a moment. Once you're near the area with the Chaos Dwarfs, you want to keep heading south, and eventually you'll get to like the Black Knight sort of underground lair. What you want to do when here is once you go into the main area, you'll notice there's some jails and cells towards the sort of east section. What you want to do is kill the jailer, and you'll get a jail key from him once he's been defeated, and you want to use that on the cell behind you where a explorer called Velrak is. Once you go in there, if you speak to him and ask him if there's any interesting place to explore, he'll give you a copy of his Dusty Key. Now with this key we can now gain access to the area we want to go to. So if you head back to the Chaos Dwarfs where we were a minute ago, and I'll speak to you then. And then this time we're going to go over the bridge and go north slightly towards where the demons are, and you'll notice there's a gate. Now this is what you need the Dusty Key for. Use the Dusty Key on the gate, and now you'll be in an area with some blue dragons. Now they shouldn't be aggressive towards you, but just be a little bit cautious in case. But you want to go right past them. You'll notice you're now on the other side of the agility pipe, so obviously using the pipe cuts out this whole walk completely, so bit of an annoyance. But anyways, you want to keep following the chamber around till you reach the black demons. Run past them, and you'll now be in an area where some poisonous spiders are. Now I believe I have the area being like pointed out on here, but what you want to do, as you'll notice the scorpion anyway as you come around here, you'll see in this little sort of walled area, and you'll find that along the wall there's this option to search it. Upon doing that, you'll now enter the area, and you'll be able to catch the Caridian scorpion in this room, obviously by using the cage on it. If you try to pick it up without it, it will take some damage off you, but nothing too disastrous. So once that Caridian Scorpion has been obtained, we want to return to the Seer again, so go back to Sears Village and speak to them again. And upon speaking to the Seer, he'll give you some more hints on the next few locations of the Scorpion, so obviously go through the dialogue and just keep clicking through all the hints, and I'll speak to you again in a sec. Once you finish speaking to him, we now need to head to the Barbarian Outpost. Now, one thing I did forget to mention at the beginning, easy items used to get to the Barbarian Outpost in quite good speed is a games necklace. So I apologise for not mentioning that at the beginning, but if you use a games necklace, you can use the option to teleport to the Barbarian Outpost. If you go to the Grand Exchange, they're easily buyable from them. They're very popular items, so it won't take you long to get one. However, using the games necklace, you want to teleport to the Barbarian Outpost, and then once you arrive, if you go sort of north to east, you'll get to where the outpost area is. And now you want to go through the main gates. Now this is the bit where you need to complete the Barcrawl mini quest, or you will not be allowed access to this area. So obviously this is why I said you need to complete it beforehand. If you hadn't, you'll now be told that you need to do the Barcrawl, etc. But hopefully you ain't got to worry about that. Obviously if you haven't completed it, they'll be able to let you in straight away. And then you'll notice just through the gates there's another set of gates where a scorpion wanders in and out, depending on where you sort of are in the world. The scorpion might be outside the building or inside the building, but regardless, you should see it crawling around, and again use your cage on it to capture it. And now for the final scorpion. However, you don't need to return to the sea for a third time on this one, as he should have mentioned it in your previous conversation, but you can find it at the Edgeville Monastery. So easiest way to get to there is if you teleport to Edgeville using the Lodestone network. Once you arrive at the Edgeville Lodestone, if you head slightly west, you'll see the monastery, and you'll now want to go and climb up the ladder. If you haven't been near this area before, Abbot Langley will stop you, and he'll have you join the order before allowing you upstairs, but that's just literally a matter of going through some dialogue. And again, obviously the requirement to be able to climb up this monastery is to have 31 prayer. I think that's obviously the minimum level you need to join the monastery. But anyways, once you climbed up, the scorpion is in the eastern side of the first floor. You should see him crawling around again. And again, as usual, use your cage on it. And now that should be all 3 scorpions. So just to recap, you should have obtained the one in the Taverny Dungeon, the one in the Barbarian Outpost, and obviously the third one in the monastery. And now with all 3 scorpions, we want to return to Formac at the Sorcerer's Tower in order to finish the quest. So, after you've returned to Formac and given his scorpions, he'll thank you and it'll come with congratulations, you completed the Scorpion Catcher quest. You're rewarded 1 quest point, 6,625 strength experience, the ability to have Formac make an elemental battle staff into a corresponding mystic battle staff for 40k coins, 2 treasure hunter keys, and 2 hearts of ice. So yeah, not too bad of a quest really, quite quick and easy to do, especially if you've got 70 agility like I mentioned earlier on. That cuts out a whole running around process straight away, but even without that it's still a pretty quick quest to complete. And obviously the strength reward from it is pretty decent. That'll probably bump you up a few levels if you're quite low. The ability about making mystic battle staffs is kind of not as good as what it used to be, because obviously with the Grand Exchange and everything, the means of acquiring them are much more easier now, where a while back or a few years back this was like your main sort of quest in order to gain access to mystic battle staff. So and again, I believe this quest is required in order to complete a few Sears Village tasks as well, so definitely on the to-do list. I don't think you'll run into any problems using this guide. However, if you do get stuck at all, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye bye.